They enter like Triple H. They jump off the rope like Rey Mysterio, and they even know how to create excitement with an announcement.
120 pounds, representing the Iron Shield. She is the submission madam, Sauda, the madam.
Or argue like professionals.
Lord White, you think you can come to Uganda? You think you can come to Mokono and tell all these people what to do? No! I said back off! You don't have any power over these people. Back off! We have the power!
Now, from a distance, they may not have a perfect ring like the WWE, but with strong spirit and determination, they created a mud-like ground that allowed them to conduct all stunts. They call it soft ground wrestling. Surprisingly, their concept became so famous that not only American professional wrestlers are now training them.
For the wicked and bad and I'm blessed. Put it to the test. For the rest there ain't no contest. So what's next? Got me leveling up, I'm obsessed. I bring the fire like I'm possessed. My personality, my click is the best. Like no contest. There ain't no one else. Don't know you crazy. It's not ragey. Click be handling biz while you and your click the stack through gazy. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my ex back to the
Gentlemen, the following is a triple threat match, and it is a special dedication to Afrimax and Cruise exclusive. Introducing contestant number 1, straight out on a suit, weighing at 120 pounds.
But also, undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is sending money to have their own professional ring.
Welcoming into the wrestling business in the right way, you need a proper ring. We have found someone in Uganda who can make it for you. It's not coming over on a boat. It's not going to get broken. We're going to get it done. And when it gets done, send the bill to me. It is on me. My gift to you.
So, what is so special about soft ground wrestling that has attracted the world attention in less than 2 years of its establishment?
One, come And his opponent, straight out on Amagoma, weighing at 204 pounds. He is the mayor of Suplex Stats, Djibouti, Hippopotamus,
Welcome to Uganda. Expect the unexpected. What the heck? This is serious. Nilikuwa mimi nafikiri hatuwei kwa maogo. Echani tandikwa. Kama mkono. Sarasa mkono sema. Simula. Tulimitiana sema. Egana maso. Kama papi. Kama movie. Kama jitu. ono mukubi bamuyita Braka Pagoda. Braka Pagoda. Omwana yanguza ekintu kino pasitane ne muga stupid wanguziza. Bamuyita Braka Pagoda. Braka Pagoda. Laba fighter naye Braka Pagoda betunulira firimu. Master, ebibi esibirungi. Laba Pagoda, Braka Pagoda. Basajja balina amanya Braka Pagoda. Osooka n'onoonya eriri omwogenda okulwanira n'oga Pagoda kamuleke. Pagoda. Basajja balina amanya Braka Pagoda. Pagoda.
And how are they thriving in a sport that demands strength in a country where hardship tests them every day?
How are you? How are you? How are you?
company, the strongest, toughest, roughest, the BEST! Snyder! Suma!
For several decades, Uganda has been facing one of Africa's longest conflicts, and the reason behind this instability is this: the Lord Resistance Army, a militant religious group that not only destabilized the government of Uganda but also claims international recognition. To ensure their survival, they have raped, tortured, and abducted more than 20,000 children for slavery and killed 100,000 civilians. However, just 21 kilometers away from the capital of Uganda lies a beautiful town, a place where, apart from all the civil war, dreams are boldly followed, and Daniel Bomba was one of them.
Inscribably speaking, I started loving wrestling when I was very young. This kind of sport of wrestling was very popular in the late days of 1990s. I used to love The Undertaker, Randy Savage, Goldberg. I used to love their wrestling, Hulk Hogan.
Since childhood, Daniel loved watching World Wrestling Entertainment. In fact, he was so mesmerized by watching this sport that he finally decided to become a professional wrestler. He wanted to feel the voice of the fans chanting his name, the way a wrestler gets recognition worldwide, and of course the lifestyle these wrestlers get to experience their entire life.
In fact, at first I wanted to be a professional wrestler, but then because of the funds, because of the nature of Uganda, as you see, I failed to raise money to go abroad and train.
With limited opportunities, Daniel couldn't even afford a trip to the US. In Uganda, the average income is just $170 a month, far from enough for big dreams. Despite being Africa's second largest coffee exporter, corruption and instability made survival tough. Things got worse when his own mother stopped him from watching WWE.
My mom used to also cane me for watching this sport, telling me that it is very dangerous and stopping me from even watching TV. But I didn't stop from there.
Now, just like others, Daniel, for better living conditions, could have illegally migrated through the sea to European countries or maybe crossed borders through Mexico to the United States. But deep down inside, he knew he was meant for something bigger, something that was never done in Uganda before. And the moment it would happen, it would not only change his life, but also take the economy of Uganda to a world level. And it all began with this.
I used to even sell out wrestling CDs to people. I started translating it to the local language and got a local TV job for translating it on media.
Despite being stopped by his mother and the circumstance of his country, Daniel never gave up on WWE. He even began selling out CDs of famous WWE events and started translating them into local language. Although he did this to take care of his expenses, just like every WWE fan, he grew up watching the most iconic fighters of this sport, the same people who took this sport to a world level. Daniel became so inspired by their action that he began to copy all of their moves, and without the support of any teacher, he started learning every wrestling move on his own.
I used to watch wrestling and copy each and everything because I loved Michael Cole so much.
Whether it's the rock bottom or Stone Cold's deceiving move, he practiced day and night until he reached a point of perfection. And then,
in March 2023, I appealed to boys and girls to come and join, and to my surprise, 7 members came.
In March 2023, Daniel called the local students who had the potential to become professional wrestlers and explained to them his concept. He wanted to turn Uganda into one of the leading hubs of professional wrestling, a place from where every Uganda citizen can utilize this opportunity to get selected for WWE.
We have a dream, or I have a dream, together with my team of young boys and girls, of championing this sport in East Africa. We want to become the ambassadors. We want to bring about professional wrestling, the real professional wrestling in East Africa.
However, as interesting as it looked, there were disturbing hurdles that were ready to break his spirit. After finding a perfect place for holding matches, Daniel paid $200 from his savings to rent this place.
So we paid $200 a month to rent out this 4-acre land.
Fortunately, at first around 7 students agreed to learn and train at this ground, and soon it turned into more than 180 students. Seeing young people join his vision inspired him enough to follow his dream. But just when he was about to attract more students, foot soldiers from the local government decided to intervene.
They sometime back came here thinking I was training foot soldiers, and tried to grill me, but after seeing the program of the orphans, we told them we are not training foot soldiers. These are orphan wrestlers that for the love of the sport have come together. Instead of being there doing a lot of nothing and thinking of dubious activities, they've come to embrace the love of the sport.
Authorities who were jealous of his rise wanted to stop the concept of soft ground wrestling. The situation worsened when Daniel began to run out of his savings. In fact, with 100 kilograms of food needed for these students every day, the lack of funds was making him doubt their survival.
These boys and girls eat 100 kilograms of posho every day, the kind of mind that I don't have. Sometimes I use my past savings. Sometimes we also come together and see how we are going to survive.
Soon, the words of young employed women began to run in his mind. Women who wanted to achieve something big through this wrestling.
Now I'm telling each and every one, the young girls I got this time have enthusiasm. They have the strong feeling and support for the game. Someone comes to me, I'm like, you know what, Mr. Boombash, I want to become a referee. I am a lady. I'm like, okay, we got things going on. Some girl comes to me like, Boombash, I want to start training as a pro wrestler.
In next 2 years, I see myself as a big professional woman wrestler here in Uganda, and I think that I will be one of the most big things here in Uganda, cause this is the first wrestling academy in Uganda concerning about pro wrestling, and we were one of the team who first joined.
And as the majority of them are orphaned or students who never had the funds to go to school, Daniel felt heartbroken. He could not believe that due to lack of funds, his dream began to destroy right in front of his eyes.
She has just recently lost her dad. She has just recently, shortly after losing her dad, she lost also her dad. So, we are never ever going to back down, okay?
Most of them are jobless. Most of them are orphans. And most of them have not gone to school to pursue their dream of education. They've stopped along the way due to inadequate funds, lack of school fees, death of parents. Soft ground wrestling has helped most of the youths of Uganda to come together, forget about rioting, forget about stealing, engaging in burglary, drug abuse. They've conformed to the behavior pattern of responsible citizens. However, they believe that with this kind of sport, it is their future, it's their glory. Some of them even think of championing this sport overseas.
He even requested the Uganda government to support him in this mission, make soft ground wrestling one of the biggest sports entertainment in the world.
And we appeal that we want support.
Yet, there was no response. But then, something happened that changed their entire future. On February 2024, All Elite Professional Wrestler Will Ospreay donated around $2,000 to soft ground wrestling. He was so inspired by Daniel and his students' determination that he even convinced other professional wrestlers to support them through crowdfunding campaigns. Fortunately, the magic began to run in the background. The same month, WWE wrestler Jordynne Grace donated $200. She even posted on Twitter about buying them an actual ring. She said, "What are the chances we could get in touch with them and see if they want a real ring?" So, with the support of international professional wrestlers and a sufficient amount of money, it was finally time to bring out their highest potential, and Daniel was not ready to let this opportunity go out of his sight.
I said rock bottom position. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
With more than 180 students ready to train, Daniel set the standard for 8 months training, a period during which he turns from a naive youth to professional wrestler.
I do not accept anybody to wrestle in that ring if you don't have a minimal training experience of 8 months. So a person has to undergo a minimal training experience of 8 months. learning to take bumps, drills, aerial jumps and springboards here to start training. So people have to undergo a straight training of learning this kind of sport because its nomenclature is wide. You don't optimize anything other than training. So because of that training, we get rid of certain injuries because somebody knows what to do in the long run.
For this, he trained them to lift each other, teach how to slam their opponent with both hands. Of course, help them increase their strength by lifting weights. And once they are ready to hit the ground, he uploads their battle on their YouTube channel. Fortunately, through this channel, their determination and hard work is being recognized worldwide, with some of them commenting, "I love this wrestling I'm watching from the Philippines. Romania loves you," while others watching from the United States said, "Watching from Maryland adjacent to Washington, D.C., great job." Furthermore, with an increasing number of viewers starting to appreciate their video ideas and unique characters, their videos are even crossing the 4 million views mark. For example, 4.8 million views on I Quit match between Kapika and Eddie the Monster. 1.5 million views on woman wrestler beating a male wrestler, and 425,000 views on soft ground wrestling player versus Tate Mayfairs from UK. In 2023, WWE generated a revenue of $109 billion. All of this was made possible through the level of entertainment this sport provides to the world. Now, imagine how much soft ground wrestling professional could make out of this sport. They can sell their own t-shirts like John Cena, or John Cena selling t-shirts, or promote a food product that they consume every day. The opportunities are beyond imagination. Moreover, these wrestlers are actually hitting each other. They are not acting like WWE wrestlers. This makes it more interesting than ever before. Most importantly, Daniel is determined to maintain the code of conduct of the game and remains true to his vision. Luckily, now WWE champion Cody Rhodes wants to support them in their vision. So, what are your views about soft ground wrestling? Do you think they can outstand WWE? And if not, which one of these players do you believe could be invited to WWE? Tell us in the comment section below. Subscribe, share. Nameless Campos was here, and this is Afrimax.